Good evening, everyone. Love that so many of you. Awesome space, right? And James shared really amazing story, I believe. And I loved mentioning OKRs. We're already on the second slide. Okay. Guys, start with OKR, like from day one. Really, read the book, take a look at how it works. It will be tough for first year or two, but then again, then you will kind of embrace OKRs and you will be one of the evangelists of OKRs. Yes. I believe it was developed by Intel at some point. The whole system, OKR stands Objective Key Results. So that's how you set goals and track things. But probably I won't be telling you a story of the magnitude of Printify, right? So I don't have one, but we're still we are building. We are getting there. At some point, we'll be there. But as I saw many hands, again, how many really product people here? Like, well, not that many. Come on, guys. Who are the others? Okay, the others left. Okay, so I would like to talk about the thing I called good product paradox. And this, the whole idea of this talk actually appeared in my mind when I was tasked with a thing that our investor, they said, like, we need to share some experiences for our portfolio company and during our annual gathering. Do you have something about product? And I said, like, yeah, we do have something about product, because how do you define good product? Can you, someone? Demand. Who said? Demand, okay. Solves the right problem, all right. Margin. People recommend it to their friends. Simple. Wow effect. You are all right, but for the product team, pretty much everything you said doesn't make any difference, because the product team operates in between two lines pretty much, right? So we as a product people, because I'm product people with like 20 years of experience building different products, specifically I love building B2B SaaS. So we at Avokaado, we are enterprise B2B software company. So we help companies to automate documents and processes for medium, large, and enterprise organizations. So basically build complete automation, including artificial intelligence. And I realized that we exist between two lines, right? On the one hand, you have acquisition. You have your business development team says, like, we need this thing, then we can sell more and more and more and more. And you say, like, okay, yeah, let's put it in the backlog, and everybody start building a new thing like integration, thingy, checkbox, form, whatever it is, right? And they said, we will make more money. And I also co-founder, and I understand, yeah, I want more money. That's cool. But there is a customer success team. You have existing customers that paying you money, right? And they want other things. And they already pay you money, and they will kind of keep paying you money. Or maybe they will churn at some point and say to you, guys, you don't have this feature, we are probably switch to a competitor at some point. So, and you exist in between, because everything you build, and you have your features list, right? And everything you build for retention, most of the time, doesn't make sense for business development. And everything you build for business development, not really that relevant for retention at some point, when you look at this isolated. And the result of that kind of you either make one team unhappy, another team happy, or vice versa, right? Somebody is always unhappy, including product. That's why I put this on the first slide, this like picture of a person holding their head. And the problem here that we product people, we exist somewhere in between of those. We need to figure out how we as product people will fulfill the promises our business development made to our potential customers. Yeah, in April we will launch new feature. Okay, in April we will sign an agreement. And then in April nothing comes, right? And you're like, shit, what should we do? We don't know. Or customer success people kind of attacking you, saying, guys, here's the big customer, they will churn tomorrow because we don't have this and that and this. And we promised that, like, I don't know, 2 months ago, months ago or somewhere. So, and we exist here, and we kind of always trying to kind of swing one way or swing another way. Okay, this month we're building something for business development. This month we're building something for customer success, right? So to retain customers or to acquire customers. From one perspective, retention is like more important, because if you can grow your customers, as we saw this like layered cake thingy James presented, it's very important to retain your customers. and especially return in terms of dollars. Maybe you kind of can lose your customers, but dollar value for each customer growth with this kind. Because if you are not retaining anyone, no matter, it doesn't matter how much you invest. So we kind of should have put focus there, but not the point. Where the key lies in the whole story is all about product strategy. So how you build your product strategy. And the product strategy lies in between of these things, right? So instead of building something solely for business development or for customer success, you really need to build a line here that's called product strategy to align both sides of the business under one umbrella. Saying someone asks you for a feature, like we need this. You align it with the business development. Guys, our current customers, they need this particular thingy. Do you believe you have someone in your sales pipeline that needs something similar? They will tell you, yeah, we have something. No, we don't have something. And when you start this like constant communication between two teams, customer success and business development, you will kind of nail down your product strategy as well. What exactly should we build tomorrow and the day after tomorrow? This is the first paradox of what exactly good product means. Good product means inside your team, inside your organization, when you balance between two and when you align on requirements and you really build something for customer success and you really build something for business development, right? So this sounds simple, but it's not. There are many methodologies of how you define good product, right? But for myself and inside my team, I tried to build it a bit differently. So of course, we all start with the user story, right? There is either new customer or existing customers. They come to you with a requirement. I want to have this button here. So what a good product person does when there is a requirement? I want to have a button here. Good. Exactly. Why? That's the first question you have to ask always. How many times do you ask why? Perfect. Exactly. And that's actually a very beautiful and very simple approach how to understand the root cause of the requirement. Why exactly do you need this? They answer you the question, you take this question and said like, okay, but why do you need this? And you go again and again, and unless you reach the loop, they say like, because of that. Okay, then you reach the loop, that's probably somewhere there. And you ask those questions to your teammates as well. You do not take someone saying you from customer success, okay, tomorrow we need, I don't know, like Salesforce integration. Why do we need Salesforce integration? Because of that. Why they need because there is a customer. Why they need Salesforce integration? Because there is a need. Which kind? Why they have a need? Because they onboard revenue team into the product. Okay, now I understand there is revenue team, there is something else, blah, 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 blah. Everything else. But then it all boils down to three, I believe, main pieces of a good product. And I'll show you later a very practical thing that we built for ourselves, how we basically understand the baseline of all our product features and how do we align between what needs to be done next. Because next thing is, for your user story, there should be a feature, right? Feature build or a feature bundle, whatever you call it. You can slice it as small as you can. If you are a solo founder, basically you slice it as big as you can because everything you do, or if you have 2 people, if you have 100 people, that's a different story. You can slice it in very small and thin pieces. But there are 2 very important things that are forgetting, because you have a feature, right? That's cool. There is a button. But do you have a good user experience on top of that button? And by good user experience, I mean not only that it's like, I don't know, styled and it's like clicking and there is some hover, some animation, something else. It's all about how it interacts with someone, right? I won't go deeper into user experience and something like that, but it's very important to understand that the feature being there doesn't mean it makes any sense whatsoever. And the second part of this feature is stability. How stable the feature is. Because sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not work. And even best features with an amazing user experience that doesn't work, like 99.99%, they create a huge buzz around the whole product. So we had experience when just one person inside one company, that's a real story. Company with, it was 150 users, I believe, that use our product, process like thousands of documents per month. They approached us and said, like, we need to terminate agreement. And we said, like, what happened, guys? You have everything. No, usage is great. Usage is growing. Like, they're onboarding new users. Everything good. There was one person who had some kind of shitty browser, shitty setup on the Windows, and quietly was struggling because a couple of buttons weren't working. And they were in quiet, they were struggling with this, and then they were toxic all around the team saying, this is the shittiest product we ever. So if they can't fix the button, but they never reported that the button doesn't work at all. But that's kind of just to say, of course, we kind of figured it out, everything good. And I believe this person is not working with them anymore, not because of us. I believe just I hope not because of us. Yeah. But because all of these things, they drive adoption, right? If you have a right story. So why adoption is separate here? Let's be clear. If you launch the feature and it's not adopted, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 problems to look at, right? Because if you either didn't nail the user story, so there is no need, or you figure out, that's the best part when product people figure out what to build next. That's you shouldn't do it. Never. Like, do not build things you think people will need. Build things people tell you they need, right? So you either didn't nail down the user story, the problem, or you didn't deliver the feature that actually solves the problem. And even if you did deliver the feature, it's so complex that no one actually uses it. And maybe, you see? And that's this 1% when something doesn't work. So you either build a great feature that even works perfectly, but the user experience is so bad, you need to click like, I don't know, 35 buttons to get something done, or it's not stable enough. So basically, even like 1%, 5% failure rate is huge in terms of adoption. And then adoption comes. If you have a feature and you believe you nailed everything works perfectly, but it's not adopted, you have a problem here. There is no need. No need. You can't have in your product features that are not adopted. I mean, kind of, it doesn't make any sense. Of course, you will counter me. There are different users. Yes, there are different users. Some of them will use it. Some of them won't use it. But if you take on average, everybody should use every feature that you have to some extent. To an extent you believe it contributes to your business model, it contributes to your value proposition, or whatever. And at the end of the day, if there is an adoption, there is always a feedback. And that's crucial to get this feedback. And the feedback, it's quantitative and qualitative, right? It's very important to gather both and to analyze both. You can't just look at the numbers and say, oh, the feature is adopted. And on the other side of the screen, people clicking like this, rage clicking, this thing doesn't work. Yeah, it's adopted, but it doesn't work. You don't know what's happening on the other side of the screen. So that's why you need to have these interviews. You need to have check-ins, monthly, quarterly, whatever your business is, right? And then it goes back to user story. And when you figure out this kind of cycle and when you will implement this cycle, not as we did, but you can implement it the way you want, but what we did instead. So here you see I coded them, not to reveal any information that we have internally, but I coded all the feature bundles. That's basically part of our platform, right? And what we did, as you see, we first of all rated all of them in feature, user experience, stability, and adoption, right? So that's what we did. And these numbers are pretty much changes every single week. So we see what's going on with every single release. And at the end of the day, so what we take a sum of feature plus UX plus stability times adoption. Because adoption multiplies everything that you do. The more the adoption of the feature, the more impact of that. But what we did on top of that, because every single product is built to do what? Sell, make money. Yeah. Yes, make money. So, and when the product people and product teams, when they can't actually connect the product and making money, they are losing vision of why they're building what they're building. They become obsessed about just building stuff. So what we did money makers. You see here. These things are our money makers. And of course, they are rated very low because kind of we always know what to do. There are so many feature requests, so we always know that something is there. So, and we also rated every bundle on another scale. We call it core, as we are Avokaado, core things. It means that without these things, nothing will make any sense. Go ahead.
Could you actually guide us through some of those most money-making features so we know what you're talking about?
Yeah. We can take whatever one. What is data registry? This DR, data registry right here. This is a money-making feature. So the feature is allow you to look at your documents in a way as tables. Like you're not looking through documents, all your documents aggregated in one platform, analyzed using artificial intelligence or automated through automated documents. And as a result, you do not need to see the employment contract of your employee. You just open a record of this employment contract and there is whole data for the whole everything. And they pay for that. The more they have these records, the more they pay, the more the value we bring, and the happier they are. But also, to deliver this, we need this, and we need this, and we need this, right? And these things should be very stable. And you see stability here quite good on these things. Because if, for example, where do you have, what was that? I don't remember. Account management. If account management is not stable, if you can't log in or you can't support this single sign-on thing, it doesn't make sense if you can make money on the data registry because your users can't actually log in there, right? It doesn't make any sense. And then we built another column here. We call them unlockers. So what does it mean? That if we invest into these particular things, we can unlock additional business value. Not feature, not something else, but additional business value for our customers and for us in terms of money. So if we invest in this specific thing, what was DA? I don't remember. But whatever, if we invest more, but it's like almost in maximum, so let's take one that is not in maximum, like this one. Yeah, this one is, I think it was tracking trails investigation, some kind of investigation things for enterprise that wants to understand who saw the document when, who did what with the document, at which point, blah, 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 all of these things. So, and we understand that this thing unlocks like a completely different set of customers inside the organization. If we improve these things, we can unlock and improve this money making by just onboarding another team inside the organization. So the whole purpose of like good product paradox and the thing that I'm trying to tell, if you're not connecting your product to your business, you don't have any kind of understanding of the reality. You're just building cool stuff, right? Because you need to have a business connection on every single step. Why you are doing what you're doing? Because we are making money. Yeah, and because here we are quite bad at this. One thing as well, this is irrelevant for our today's conversation maybe, but these are our main value propositions. They already changed a bit in terms of these things. Main three big value propositions that we are selling to our customers. So, and we also try to map everything. Does it fit to each particular value proposition that we are selling? So the whole concept of the cycle I showed you and the approach again is about connecting business needs, your value proposition to your customers with real product and see how the real request from your customer can affect your product roadmap, or how, for example, someone from business development can say, we need this, and then you open this thing, and this is like amazing how it works. They come to you, they say, we need this, and I said, like, put it here. Of course, we have descriptions, we have everything, and they're looking at this. It's here. I said, why? And they started explaining. At the end of the day, they realized it's nowhere. Why the hell do we need to build it? Yeah, we probably don't. Thank you. Like, finished. Otherwise, you need to go through like a lot of things. If you do not have this, not a framework, take it, build your own, whatever you feel like it. But the concept of that is you need to connect business. Again, I'm repeating myself, but so it's kind of stick with you. Business and product. Product doesn't exist without the business, and business doesn't exist without the product. And if you are building in silos, and you are disconnected from your teams, meaning customer success, business development, customers, it doesn't make any sense. So, and I also wanted to have more discussion, so I'll wrap things up and build things people want. I hate this, build things people need. Because again, they don't know what they want. I mean, like, literally. Trust me, 20 years in building products, I understand that every single requirement, it's not what they need, what they want. They just do not understand how to shape it in the correct form. So thank you very much. Hope it's helpful, and let's jump into questions.